Welcome to SA Today. We have a great show for you tonight. The Fast Forward Town Hall meeting, Student Association elections, and SA PR Director Austin Golovsky is in studio. I'm Gerhard. This is SA Today. Chancellor Syverud's Fast Forward Syracuse Town Hall meeting was held yesterday afternoon in Hendricks Chapel. The meeting was an opportunity to give students, faculty, and the SU community a chance to ask questions about the Fast Forward program. The meeting consisted of an outline of the 3 plans and then a Q&A session where students and faculty addressed their concerns with the new initiative. Chancellor Syverud took full advantage of the opportunity to talk to his community and express his interest in facilitating this change.
To change if we love the place is because deep within the culture of this institution is that we've been at our best when we're leading change. We've been at our best often when we're not doing the same thing everybody else is doing in exactly the same way. And we're not having our heads in the sand about things that are going on out in the world or that affect our disciplines or our areas.
Joining us now in studio is CitrusTV reporter Caroline Strange. Caroline, it's great to have you on.
It's great to be here.
So Caroline, this Fast Forward initiative, there's been a lot of questions about it. Can you give me a brief overview of what it's all about?
Yes, well, the Fast Forward initiative, you know, they were the grant winners last year, but there's also been this really big push. He's got 3 different parts that he's working on. It's the strategic plan, the campus master plan, and then the overall operations. So the strategic plan is about giving like a direction and figuring out our priorities as a university as a whole. And then the master plan really focuses on space and architecture and landscaping. So, you know, they've been redoing a lot of the sidewalks. That's going to fall under that. And then the operations is like the budget and getting funding for it and all of that. So there's different committees for each of these ones, and they're consisted of faculty mostly at this point, but they are also going to be announcing committees that include students as well.
Sounds like they got a lot done at the meeting. How would you describe the atmosphere, though?
The atmosphere, at first it was a little tense. You know, people were really upset, obviously, with some of the other changes that have happened on campus, including the Advocacy Center, but also kind of wondering about this whole plan in general, because it's kind of this vague idea that's up in the air, and there's no real concrete thing yet, and that's kind of what they're working on, to have these committees to come up with a concrete plan to work on. So, you know, people were asking questions and just kind of trying to get an idea of what's actually going on.
So you said that at the beginning of the meeting it was tense. Do you believe that the meeting was still effective?
I think it was at points. I think it kind of helped give people an idea, and it gave them an opportunity to voice their concerns and you know, get out in the air some of the things that they're concerned about. And so that's something that they were able to respond to and also take into account for going forward. So
after this meeting, what would you say is the general consensus that you got from students and faculty about Fast Forward Syracuse?
I think that they're still waiting to see these new committees that are going to come out. I know there was a representative from the NAACP who wanted to know, you know, are these students' concerns going to be taken into account moving forward with this plan? So I think they're just kind of waiting a little bit, trying to see what's going to happen, and then moving forward, hopefully we'll get a better idea.
Caroline, thank you so much. Thanks for having us on. Coming up after the break, we have more from SA Today. Stay with us.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Now it's time for This Week in Bad Stats.
Bad stats?
Horrible stats. Here goes. 132.
That's how many batters struck out 4 times in one game last season.
Wow, very good. Here's a tough one, though. 3 and 4.
No idea.
That's how many kids witness bullying. 3 out of 4.
That's not a good stat.
No, it's not, but it can change. Kids want to help, but they don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov and give them the tools they need to help prevent bullying.
There are plenty of safe ways kids can help at stopbullying.gov.
Kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Welcome back to SA Today. Student Association held elections for the College Representative General Assembly last night. After nearly 4.5 hours of speeches and questions, 14 representatives were selected. In Arts and Sciences, James Franco, Stephanie Haber, Dulce Morales, Lavina Sabina, Juan Salcedo, and Dominica Vera were elected. In the Whitman School of Management, Jared Nelson, Nachanan Miketo, Keelan Gerhard were also elected. Over to Newhouse, Janine Bagris and Margot Pavisi were elected there. And in the School of Visual and Performing Arts, Connor Matthews, Sudan Zhuang, and Miranda Alexander were elected. Another tragedy coming out of Rutgers University. A student was attacked by a bear Sunday morning while hiking with 4 of his friends. 22-year-old Darsh Patel split up from his friends when they encountered the bear. An investigation on the attack has started, though officials don't believe that the hikers provoked the bear. The Ebola epidemic is spreading and could affect as many as 1.4 million people by January. According to the Center for Disease Control, the epidemic could be stopped if 70% of cases were cared for in proper medical facilities. The World Health Organization published its own study today that blasted the international community for its indifference and local issues for distrust among citizens. The official death toll from the virus is now over 2,800. The United States performed a series of airstrikes last night with allies to continue the fight against ISIS. There was plenty of aid from other countries, and the White House confirmed that the attacks were successful. In his speech outlining the United States' plan to combat ISIS, President Obama said that the U.S. would act as part of a broad coalition. This morning, Obama declared, quote, "That's exactly what we've done." He continued by saying this was not just America's fight.
By our friends and partners, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Bahrain, and Qatar. America is proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with these nations on behalf of our common security. The strength of this coalition makes it clear to the world that this is not America's fight alone. Above all, the people and governments of the Middle East are rejecting ISIL and standing up for the peace and security that the people of the region and the world deserve.
We're now joined here in studio by Student Association PR Director Austin Golovsky. Austin, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So, Austin, the Fast Forward Town Hall meeting, how did the meeting go from a student perspective?
Well, it really achieved a lot of what SA has been pushing for. One of my main objectives for this semester, and specifically for the next month or so, is to increase student awareness of what Fast Forward is and to really facilitate that dialogue to kind of increase student input, because, you know, after all, these changes are going to be affecting us, and we want our voices to be heard.
Right. There's a lot of confusion from many people about what exactly Fast Forward Syracuse is. So would you say that the meeting was effective in answering these questions?
I think the meeting was a fantastic start. Another thing that my committee is going to be doing is helping to organize and run a focus group in the next couple weeks that will kind of elaborate upon the meeting yesterday and really do wonders to get some hard, definitive statements from students, kind of formulate specific objectives that we can then go on and give to the university.
So let's talk about some of those essay objectives. How will SA immerse itself within Fast Forward Syracuse?
I have planned a campaign. We will be having a big kickoff event within the next few weeks. You can definitely check out our Facebook page and our Twitter for more information regarding that. It'll be out on the quad. We'll be making a video, putting that out through social media, and ultimately, kind of collecting all of these different student opinions and ideally, submitting a very formal report to the university. We actually have several SA representatives that are currently sitting on fast forward planning committees, along with administrators and professors. So the ideal scenario would be to take all of this student input, give it to our representatives, so then they can bring it to the meeting and actually talk face to face with university representatives about it.
Like you just touched on, that relationship between student association and the students, it's very important. So those are some of the new initiatives that you've put in place to go about that, to improve these relationships?
Yes.
Let's move over now to the new logo. What's the goal behind this new logo?
So this semester, we really want to make sure that the students understand that, while we are working hard and advocating for them, we don't want to be seen as some sort of vague kind of professional entity sort of off in the shadows. We are students. We do go to class and work every day just like everybody else. So with this logo, we wanted to kind of convey some of the determination and drive that SA has, while still making it friendly, making it sort of pop to the audience. And lastly, we knew we needed to include a very prominent orange, because that is what unifies all of us here.
Yeah, this new logo looks great. How it's centered around the orange,
Thank
just
you.
like that with student association. So Austin, any big events coming this week from student association that we have to look forward to?
Yeah, we have our cabinet meeting this Friday, where we're going to be starting to plan out some next steps with both Fast Forward and with some other events. And actually coming up within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we are going to be working with OXU, which is the collection of a cappella groups here at Syracuse. I don't know if you've been to After Hours or any of their other very successful concerts.
Of course, great shows.
But we're going to be doing sort of a riff-off style concert, like from the movie Pitch Perfect, if you've seen it, and kind of be hosting that through SA to get all of them out there and performing in front of students.
Austin, thank you so much for joining us. It was great to talk to you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Coming up, one Seattle Seahawks player adds another ring to his collection. Stay with us.
I'm an A average student, and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie, if you want me to do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Woo! Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
My dad's one of the producers.
Bring this sweet.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere.
It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Welcome back. If you've ever been to a professional sporting event, you've probably seen love at its finest on the Jumbotron. The Kiss Cam, Jumbotron proposals, classic romance. But it's not every day that you see a player proposing on the turf. And that's exactly what Seattle Seahawks safety Deshaun Sheed did. After the Super Bowl rematch between the Broncos and the defending champion Seahawks, Sheed took a knee and popped the question. Thankfully, she said yes. Well, that's it here on SA Today. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CitrusTV News. I'm Gerhard. Have a great night, Syracuse.